Hey guys, Tony here. I did get a lot of requests again for Shiba, and I was gonna make a video a little bit later, but I got a lot of people asking about Shiba and what exactly is going on. So, I wanted to make a quick video. So last time we talked, I basically compared the price of Doggy and Shiba and how they were kind of correlating with each other. How if Doggy hits a certain price, Shiba will hit a certain price, and that's kind of what happened, right? Like we saw Doggy hit, I think, like 33 cents, and then we saw Shiba drop down to like 59 or somewhere like that. And then we saw the inverse of Doggy dropping, and then you see a nice little rise on Shiba right here. Um, Again, I still think it's pretty. I still think it's correlated. I mean, I think the liquidity is just being moved around between Shiba and like Doggy and possibly like Bitcoin, because I mean um, there was obvious liquidity movement when you see the full market down, the whole market down, right? 99% of crypto down, and Shiba runs up like a 10x, right? There's an obvious liquidity issue, not issue, but there's an obvious liquidity of transfer, right, between a bunch of crypto. Um, the short term answer for Shiba Inu is I think we're going back down, right? I mean, it's I don't want to say it's an easy call, but I'll try to make this as simple as possible, right? Like if you have a very simple trend right here on the low side, right? Like we'll do like that. So usually right now, usually what I do is I just kind of I don't really trade patterns all that much. I mean, you guys know I don't trade patterns like too much. I usually follow my own indicators and what the bull and bear momentum is. So as of right now, like the daily looks pretty bad, right? Like the daily looks like it's definitely gonna come down. I don't want to say hard, because usually when the daily crosses bearish, you really only have sideways trading. So I think at most, I think the most that we can drop is back to 59. But I think for the most part, you're starting to get this, what is it called? This like symmetrical triangle where you basically have a shape like this. Watch. I'll show you guys. Where you basically kind of have something like this, right? Where it's like that. Something like that. And then you'll see price kind of trade in between here. And then if it breaks to the upside, it's running up. If it breaks to the low side, it's running down, right? This is more of a pattern on like a bigger time frame with a daily. But even on the daily, the thing is, right, we're about to close a bear day, and this can definitely be changed, right? If we have like a really big order, in like the 4 hour, there's a really big order, like a buy order. This can definitely just completely have a complete 180 and run again, right? Like it can definitely completely remove the bear trigger from the daily, and it'll keep us from starting a bear cycle on the daily chart, which would be, I don't want to say bad, because I'm not too worried. It's really just about I don't think we're gonna drop down all that much, like back to like 48 cents. I don't think so. I think for the most part, we're just gonna trade sideways from here, possibly just trade between this range right here, right? But again, even the 4 hour looks bearish, right? The 4 hour looks bearish right here. We actually had a bear trigger close at around 4 in the morning. So what, like 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago? And the bad part thing, the not the real bad, but it just in general, right? You have this regular channel, right? This regular bullish channel right here, and it actually broke to the low side, which is not what you want, right? So, immediately I can definitely say, hey, there's a really strong chance that you go all the way back to down to 59 cents. As of right now, we are kind of in a weird area though. Like it's kind of weird where it did break channel, like so it broke the bullish channel, right? But it's on like right now it's on support. And I don't it's not actual like major support, but it's on support on general price action, right? So I can, I mean, I can definitely see it jump from up here. So it stays here on support, right? Because we are on support right now, right? Usually what happens is you go up, you come back down, you basically just kind of like bounce off support from previous relative highs, and then you run up, right? So I mean, technically you can go like this, but I mean, all the higher time frames are definitely starting to show a lot of bear momentum. So I would not be surprised if we keep dropping down to like 59 cents again, because keep in mind, like I said, you did break the bullish channel. You broke the bullish channel to the downside, and really though, if you don't bounce up from right here, you're going down to 59 cents. And as of right now, my bias is down to 59 cents, right? It's really just about simple TA, but there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of condescending things that are happening right now. So I mean, you can argue that right now the stochastic is on support on that 24 support right here. So if you do end up running up again, it's gonna be like now. So you might see a run from what happened basically back here, like what started like here. You might see a run like this to highs up here, similar to this, right? So I mean, it's kind of hard to really indicate what's going to happen if you are on, if you're not on support or resistance, right? So I can say like, hey, last time we were, we did this, we ran all the way up to, what is it called, here, right? Whoops, I don't want that. You ran up by 0.00002, right? So with that same argument, right, you can say that, let me copy this. Can I copy this? Copy. Couldn't copy, clipboard API is not supported. Oh, what, that sucks. Oh well, let me do this. So you moved what, 0.12342 in what, 17 hours? So I mean, you can argue that we can have a strong enough push where it allows us to do something like this, right? Like, because we're on support, we'll do this 17 hours. We'll go out what, 10, 11, 12, whatever. That's 17 hours. 0.00012 till 2198. 2198, right? And the crazy part is that if you do start that move from right now, it'll take us perfectly, back to recent, back to previous all-time highs of this, like 8991 support, that 89 microcents, right? So that's a thing, right? I mean, this move right here is basically what the Stoke did, right? You hit clear bottoms, you ran up to the high side, and you did this move right here. So that exact same move now would take us exactly to basically like 89 microcents, which is what's happening right now, right? You're seeing support on the hour. We can definitely have this run to the upside and just kind of see what happens, but this would have to be considered the bottom because you're retesting on previous resistance and support. The thing is, we don't know if it is, right? Because all the higher time frames are actually showing bear momentum. So it's kind of hard to really, as of right now, it's hard to really gauge what's actually going to happen because you've really only been, you look at all these weird triggers that have been going on, right? Look at all these weird triggers that have been going on the reverse MACD. So you can really only use the stochastic to kind of get a really nice gauge of what can happen. So I'm kind of in the middle here. Like the higher time frames say that we're going to keep going down, but the lower time frame on the Stoke says that we basically hit a bottom right here. We're essentially retesting this area of resistance, which is now being retested as support. And if we do see basically what happened, historically, what happened from here to here, the same exact move is actually being set up right here. So I don't have a bias right now. Obviously I want Shiba Inu to go up, but there's too many things where they don't match up with each other for me to say, hey, this is definitely going to happen or this is definitely going to happen, right? So you guys know that when I'm like 90% sure of something, I'm like, hey, this is what's going to happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think, this is like, I think this is going to happen to a T, right? So it's kind of hard to really kind of predict what's going to happen right now on Shiba Inu because, you did have that break of channel from the bullish side, right? You broke down from this bullish channel. So the only thing that I can think of is, hey, we're going to go all the way back down to 50 cents, 59 cents. But you're actually right on support as previous resistance right here in this area. And if you have a perfect move historically from here to here, like what happened with the Stoke, right? We're basically in the exact same area where the Stoke did this run. So if that, and coincidentally, if you do that exact same run right now, it takes you back to exactly that 89 microcent mark. So it's 50-50, man. I'm still 50-50. I can't really say anything. Like, before I told you guys, hey, we're going to 60 microcents. We're going to 89 microcents. We're doing this. Like, I would be pretty confident of a move, right? Whereas of right now, there's not enough information to me to say, hey, we're going to go up, we're going to go down. I mean, if we were back at 60, like at 59 microcents, or we were up here at 90 microcents, and there was a lot of things like a lot of confluences basically telling me, hey, we're going to keep moving up, or hey, we're going to go back down. It doesn't seem like support is good enough. We're going to drop back down to like 48 microcents. And I would tell you guys, hey, we're going down 100%. As of right now, there's too many things that are kind of opposing each other, where the smaller time frames are showing that it could be super bearish, but the higher time frames are already starting to show movements on the bear side. So I'm sorry that I can't really give you guys a quick, like a nice update of what direction we are. We're essentially right in the middle, right? 50% chance we go up, 50% chance we go down. Um, I have to be a little bit more biased to 59 microcents just because the higher time frames are calling for a move down. So, if I have to give an answer, I'd say I'm bearish. But there's too many things, and there's too many like condescending things on the chart for me to really give like a definitive answer. So unfortunately, I can't really say yes or no on this one. It's just, let's just kind of see what happens, and find out what happens in the next couple of days, couple of hours. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.